Hello and welcome to today's update on the coronavirus pandemic for the United States, a brief touch on the rest of the world, and a brief update on the monkeypox outbreak. First of all, you will notice today we are now 90.1% of the counties in the country are in high level of transmission using the old CDC map. Variant proportions, they updated today. BA.5 now makes up 65% of the cases in the United States. I suspect that within a short period of time, it is going to just pretty much dominate everything. We probably will no longer see BA 2.12.1 within the next couple weeks. BA.4 is not going to take over, and whatever's left of BA.2 is going to be gone soon. Taking a look at today's cases, they were pretty high for a Tuesday. 209,301 new cases reported today, 623 deaths reported today. That's much higher than normal for a Tuesday. 945,006 tests added today, 1,300 new hospitalizations added to the count today, and 148 people added to the ICU. Total number of hospitalizations are 38,951 by the B&O count. We will look at the HHS, which updated today. The HHS is now at 39,084. So that number's rising. It's likely going to go over 40,000 tomorrow. Based on how many cases there have been today, Wednesday is usually the highest reporting day, which is tomorrow. And I think we probably are going to hit 300,000 cases added tomorrow. And I hate to speculate, but I think we'll probably go over 750 deaths tomorrow. Taking a look at the percentage map, you're going to see something that's relatively alarming here. The northern states are rising in the summer months. This did not happen early in the summer last year. This is a nationwide surge right now, which is relatively concerning. The northeast states are rising, the Great Lakes are rising, the northwest, the south central, the north central, the southeast. Everywhere is rising right now. This is a massive BA.5 wave. You will see here in the data down below, there have been some massive reports today. First one, California, 79,204 cases added over multiple days. That's much higher than last week's multiple day report. Texas, 11,400. Florida, 11,400. New York State, much higher, 8,300 cases added today. Illinois, 6,000 cases. Pennsylvania, my home state, we added 6,500 cases in 2 days. Most of those cases being from today, as Monday is usually a low reporting day, thanks to a low number of tests that people go to get on Sundays. Michigan, weekly number, 16,681 new cases. New Jersey, 4,437 new cases. Tennessee, 6,400. Virginia, 3,200. Wisconsin, 1,800, almost 1,900. South Carolina, 13,446 cases added today. Colorado, 2,226 cases added. And that South Carolina number, by the way, that is a weekly number. Alabama, 3,800. Louisiana, 3,600. Maryland, 4,000. Oklahoma, 7,400 cases. I believe that's a multiple day total. Nebraska, multiple day total, 2,100 cases added. Check this out. Maine, 504 cases added on a Tuesday. That's relatively high for this early in the week. Remember, Maine last week, for most days, was around 300 cases. Finally, Wyoming, 1,767 cases added. That might be a weekly number. Walgreens, good news, bad news. Bad news is the national positivity is rising. 41.6% positive. The slightly bit of good news is total number of tests is now starting to rise. Remember, we were really harping on that last week, how testing's down. Well, now it's up to 45,000, so it's slightly higher than it's been in the past few days, but not high enough. I want to see that number get over 100,000. I think as more people are getting sick now, I think that number is going to start to rise over the next few weeks. Taking a look at a few states, Vermont is now 20% positive. New York State, 29.2%. My state in Pennsylvania, 40.2% positive. That's just horrible. Florida, 43.8% positive. Texas, 45.9% positive. California, 51.6% positive. Getting back to Texas, on a statewide level, they are now at 30.71% positive. That number is going to cross 31% in the coming days. Quickly looking at Texas hospitalizations, 3,160 people are in the hospital. That's a big increase because they weren't even over 3,000 yesterday. Looking further into New York State, it's pretty bad. As stated, 8,370 cases added today. However, at the same time, they are now 11.3% positive on a statewide level. That's really bad. And that's almost worse than any point of the spring wave. So we have to concern ourselves with that. They're already getting higher than the spring wave. Not good at all. Looking at New York State hospital admissions, the admissions are rising. If they had reported last Tuesday, which they didn't report till Wednesday or Thursday of last week, this is a higher number than what would have been reported last Tuesday. Taking a look at today's hospitalizations in New York State, on July 7th, they had 2,253. Today, they have 2,384. That's a pretty significant increase over the last few days. Looking at some worldwide numbers, and you will see here so far today, there are 787,494 new cases, 1,300, almost 1,400 deaths added. India, 19,000 cases. Brazil, almost 65,000. France, 182,000 new cases. That's a big number. 126 deaths, and that death number is going to start rising soon. Italy, 142,000 new cases. Their deaths are already rising. 157 added there today. Spain, 14,000, almost 15,000 cases today. Australia, 41,259 new cases today. So you get the theme here. Around the world, cases are rising. We'll look at the week-over-week trends real quickly. Worldwide, up 6%. That's continuing to rise. Deaths are about to flip to positive. It's only down 0.4%. That'll be positive within the next coming days. And overall, the majority of the world is rising with the BA.5 variant right now. All right, monkeypox. Monkeypox is continuing to worsen. And there is some conflicting data, and this is why I didn't do a complete monkeypox video. Because as we look at the new cases here today, Spain added 165, bringing their total to 2,519. UK is up to 183 added today. Germany, 80 added today. But then we come to the United States. And the United States is very conflicting here. Only 63 new cases were reported by the CDC today. But when we go and look at the state reported numbers, as people have done on Twitter, Monkeypox Tally, which is what I'm using here, they have been reporting on Twitter that a lot of the states are not matching what the CDC is reporting. So they are predicting that there's going to be a big jump in cases in the U.S. from the CDC later this week when all these states report. And because of that, this number total of 929, that's not an accurate count right now. The real number is somewhere between 1,300 and 1,400 if you add up all the state reported numbers. And as we know, testing's not high enough, so even that number's underdone. And we're probably at least over 2,000-3,000 cases already in the country because there's a lot of people getting turned away from getting tested. I mean, let's face it, it is hard to get tested right now. A lot of people are confused at the symptoms that people are showing up with. They're like, it could be this, it could be that. There's a lot of speculation with no clear answers. And I think in the coming months, we're going to see these numbers go up big time. And we're going to start to get a more clear picture of where monkeypox is headed. All right, that's all I have for today. My daily reminder for you is to continue masking, social distancing, wearing gloves when you get gas or go to the grocery store, any high-risk touching place, you're going to want to wear gloves. Remember, we are all in this together. I am going to continue these videos as long as the pandemic goes on and everything else we touch on with some daily tips of things to do and all that sort of good stuff and climate and everything else we cover. Alrighty, remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below and share these videos. We want to get the message out that the pandemic is not over, and especially now when BA.5 is really taking off, where it's getting super dangerous out. We need to get the message out there to protect you, your family, friends, and loved ones. Alrighty, see you next time. Stay safe. Have a good night.